Yo, so we got about a minute till FOMC's conference thingy. We'll check it out on Forex Factory. Right here, we got FOMC meeting press conference. So far today, I'm up $800. Hot psych, that's my practice account. I'm up zero because I did not place a trade today. And, bro, it's been a really boring week. Yesterday was cool. Took a good second trade. Took two bad losses before, but up on the day. Right, but looking like a trading week that we're not going to get much. So obviously I'm starting this recording and seeing what happens at 2:30. But normally FMC is a lot more crazy. I guess maybe today wasn't the real one. But I'm going to bring you guys along and kind of see what happens. But while we're waiting for something to happen, how was your guys' experience this week with the election week of trading? I feel like it was actually pretty chill, honestly. I think there's a good opportunity that I just didn't really capitalize on, which is fine, right? Because I was, not sure what to expect. It's the first time in 4 years. I haven't been trading when this happened. So, man, this song is annoying. But, yeah, so, I mean, I honestly don't expect anything to happen because it's 2:30 right now. And our first move was only a whopping 46 points. So, didn't really go parabolic like it normally does, and I was planning on just getting this video out instead of doing a review because nothing really happened this morning. The trade I took on paper was here. We were just displacing higher off open. I expect to take out this all-time high here. Is just the expectation. Put that in my Notion journal, and we just open it up and we displace higher. This is the new day opening gap, and we've displaced higher since. And why was my paper trade here? This 5-minute fair value gap. After holding this fair value gap, creating an order block coming up, boom. I had that fair value gap marked out, and then I saw this inversion. It failed. We come back down. We hold this fair value gap here. We hold this fair value gap, and then we get an inversion right here without taking out these two highs. So I would get in there. Stop goes break even, and I traded based on this Fibonacci right here. -1, first take profit. 2 to 2.5, second take profit took a while. I think I just closed the trade through here because I stopped watching. But as you guys can see, price action was really bad today. I mean, this is disgusting work right here on the NQ. Just literally sideways price action. You should not have been trading today. I don't care what setups you found. I mean, if you trade how I trade, which is ICT concepts, I just think that today was a really needless day to try and trade. Doesn't mean that you didn't find a good setup or could make money, but with FOMC on this week, I just think it's kind of crazy. But again, everyone has different strategies, everyone has different confluences. Maybe today was a great day for you. Maybe you trade bull flags. If you trade bull flags, you're buying and you're making a lot of money today. So today is frustrating. This week's been frustrating, man, because all I'm thinking about is just passing my account and getting payouts because I know I'm at the level to be getting payouts from trading and to be passing accounts. Like, I know I'm at the level to do it. Obviously I have some work to do on this account. I've got to make another 2.2 grand, but I just know, I'm keeping it in the back of my head that once I can get to, once I can pass these accounts and once I have confidence in myself, I can copy trade across a bunch of accounts and trade. And then a day that I make 200 actually is the day where I make $1,000 real dollars. It'll just be a lot better for me when I start seeing real results that I haven't been able to see as of yet. And it's just like, it's frustrating because I feel like I'm at a spot where these results should be coming to me, and I've really just have to dial in on my patience. And I think that's the biggest takeaway I've had from trading is just manage expectations and be patient with the process. I have to be patient with, I might have the skill of reading the charts, but I need to be patient with my mindset so that I don't force trade, so I don't force making money, so that I can get to where I know I can get to with my trading, which is getting payouts, which is making money, which is copy trading accounts, which is funding myself, which is all these things I see in my future that I want to do and that I'm capable of, but I'm physically not there yet, and it's fine. But I've just had to learn the discipline and the patience to say, look, what can I control? Good trades, good mindset, good executions, and everything else will come with that, right? I don't need to be making money to trade good. I don't need to be making money to take good setups. I need to take good setups so I can make money. And I shouldn't be worried about how quick or when or where or whatever. But it is difficult to not worry about it at all, because it's like, yo, where are my results? Where's my money? When's my hard work gonna get paid off? And I feel like it's coming soon. I really do feel like I'm getting so much better. I'm feeling a lot more confident. I still have to just iron out a lot of mistakes. That it's nice to see though, because it's like, okay, cool. Once I get this gone, eliminate this from my game, it's gonna be great, right? Because, for example, what's something that I think is close to being eliminated? Or let me break it down the way I broke it down to my mom yesterday. Was, if I take a trade and I'm worried about the money, right? So let's just, the whole spiral of things that happen. And man, this FOMC is doing nothing, bro. If I take a trade, let's have some fun with it, man. Let's do it on here. Let's write it out. I don't need to write it out. I'm gonna draw. I can just talk, bro. I can just talk. If I take a trade and let's say it doesn't win, right? My next trade is going to, the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to be more than likely forcing a trade, or I'm going to get into a trade and be a lot more nervous, because why? I just lost the trade. I just lost money. I'm down X amount in my head, right? I'm saying, oh, I'm down $200. And then the whole trade is saying, hey, that's up 100. Oh, well, in my mind, I'm still down 100, rather than, oh, my trade is working. It's going to my take profit. And then it hits it's near your take profit, and you're floating $300, and you're thinking, what if this comes down and I lose again, or I get break even stopped, and now I'm still down 200? Maybe I should just close it here and take a guaranteed profit, right? It's always that guarantee, right? That's the trick that this industry tries to play on your mind, is the guarantee, right? You're not guaranteed to make money, so if you're up, you should just take it, whatever. Wipe your hands and say, hey, I won today, good, cool, next day. And that's why I have a bunch of small winning days when I should have big winning days, because I find good trades. Yesterday, let's look at yesterday's trade, man. I didn't make nearly what I should have made on a 1,000 or a 6 contract position. We made nowhere near what we should have made on a 97-point trade. We only made 470 on that with 6 micros, right? Why didn't I get a single? I didn't get a single micro to this take profit. Didn't get a single one. That's unacceptable. Why is that? Why do I feel like that was the case, right? I took this trade here and I lost instantly, and then I took a short in the opposite direction because it was like, oh, let me just try and make it back. So these things that are stopping me are very fixable. And then I also want to do some math here for you guys. I think it will be eye-opening. So we took out all-time highs on the Top Step X platform, but this is actually the all-time highs on Top Step or TradingView. So I don't really put too much weight in this one, but let's do some math here for us while we're waiting. I should never lose more than 400 max, right? Let's do some math on the days that we lose more than 400. All right, calculator. Right here we have $500 loss. That's $300 that we shouldn't have lost. Or no, $200. My bad. $200 we shouldn't have lost right there that day. What else do we have here? Because that's my risk parameter. 400 should be done. $600 we shouldn't have lost. Plus 600, 800, boom. Plus $37. Plus, let's see. Fine loss, $14. Adds up. Let's see. So that month we did actually pretty well. $500. So that's $100 loss difference. I added 200 on the first 500. Okay, I'm dumb. Let me subtract 100. Plus 100, so plus 200. 200 plus 763, so that's 363. 363. Right? So we had 600, or we have $1,314 of losses that should never happen according to my plan. And why is that my plan? Well, okay, if I lose 400, I should be done, because it just gets increasingly more difficult to make good decisions when you're down so much on the day. And what do? I don't stop, and that's $1,314, not of our total losses. That's $1,314 more than we need to be losing. If we add that to my current balance, 805, we would be sitting at $2,100. Again, that's not passing the account, because we have days where we're supposed to make a lot more. And obviously, like a day like this, I was supposed to lose a lot more, right? This is not a good day, but just kind of shows you that if you can limit yourself on the bad days, you won't have days where you crash out, because okay, I made 200, or I made 400 or 500 today, I lose 200. Oh my gosh, I had a really bad day, I lose 400. But you shouldn't have, oh my gosh, really bad days, I lost 1,000, right? Oh my gosh, I lost 1,000 is a day that should never happen. This week right here has us in the hole $1,000. If we didn't trade this week, we'd not be down 1,000. So it's like, these are the margins where my trading is suffering. And again, like if you look at these stats, like this is solid. I just make I have too many small days, right? I have too many small days like this. Oh, this wasn't a trading day. This was just like I accidentally entered, but too many small days right here. Boom, small day. This was a break-even day. This is just a small day. A win and a loss and a win. Loss and a win probably. Not sure what happened this day. A win, loss, win. Just too many small days, right? Too many days that should go well that just end up being small. This was a day where we lost and then won, I think. No, we just took 2 contracts and we had a $200 day. So we have a lot of good days, but our bad days are too bad. And it's frustrating because the process is just so tedious and it's so slow. And I want the results. I want to make the money. I want to feel like I'm getting rewarded for all the hard work I'm doing. And I want it to feel like, you know what? This isn't impossible. This isn't luck. This isn't going anywhere. I can do this. I can personally do it. And I have to believe that. And I need to just believe in it. I need to believe myself. And what happens when I start believing myself? Well, we'll start doing a lot better. We'll start making more money. We'll be more consistent. And it will work well. Why? Because if I get into a trade and I believe in what I'm doing, I will hold that trade. And it looks like now we're starting to get our move. But if I believe in the trades I'm taking, I believe in my skill, and I believe in the strategy, then boom, okay, I get into a trade, and then I'm no longer going to be having $150 days on good trades. I'm no longer going to close my trade just because I was down on the first trade, and I'm going to hold it properly. I'm going to make a lot more money. I'm going to grow my accounts quicker. I'm just going to be able to see results, and that's something that I haven't been able to do at all because I make too many mistakes. I am making the mistakes, right? It's no one else's fault. It's not the market's fault. It's not whatever's fault. It is my own fault, and I have to learn how to get better, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. But it's so frustrating, man. I don't really think it's emphasized enough how frustrating it is to see how easy it can be. See what I need to do, know what I need to do, and not be able to do it yet. The key word is yet, because I will be able to get there. I will be able to put the time in, and I'll figure it out. I'll figure out how to master, the psychology behind it, the emotions. All of that will come to me in time. But it's just something that right now is like missing. It's a disconnect. And yeah, man. I mean, how many? I really am curious how many of you guys I've made this far in the video. How many of you guys, and don't, there's no need to just lie, but how many of you guys actually make money trading? And I'm not talking about just a payout here. Like, how many of you guys pay your bills trading, support a family trading, right? I would assume that's a small percentage, if anyone, that actually makes their money trading, because normally most of those people aren't really on YouTube or social media at all. Like, they're just doing their own thing. And again, that's no hate to anyone that's not succeeding. Obviously, you guys are watching me try and figure this out, but I'm really curious, man, because it just seems like besides the people that are famous for it, it just seems like nobody is actually successful at this. Like, how many of you guys were in my shoes and now pay all your bills trading, and now you know, you feed yourself with trading, you house yourself with trading, you buy stuff with trading, you're free because of trading, because that's the goal, man, for everyone. But it's like, how many people actually do that, right? How many people were struggling, man, losing, because everyone's gonna lose at first. But how many of you guys have gotten through that phase and been like, yo, like, I'm killing it now, like, this is crazy? I'm just, obviously, I'd be curious to know, because it just seems like, you know, I don't know. It seems like something that is just, it feels elusive. It feels like a fever dream, like something that you can't quite grab, and it can't quite seem to rein in, man. And, you know, that's why I love this channel, because I know that whenever I do cross that line and people can see it, they'll be like, man, you know, they can see this video, they can see the videos before, they can see the $1,000 loss days, they can see the blown accounts days, they can see the first success, they can see the, you know, all these different things. It's going to be amazing, man. It's going to be fantastic to see, because I don't know, that's why I like doing it. But I don't know anyone that has this raw of a collection of footage that's a successful trader that is online, right? And you don't need to be online if you're a successful trader, but I'm just saying, I don't really know, like TJR, he doesn't have videos of him when he was struggling, when he was getting just clapped by the market like every single day. Like, he doesn't have those videos. He might post, oh, $10,000 loss now, but it's like, cool, you're profitable. Like, if I was profitable, then a loss isn't going to matter at all. And losses don't matter right now, but it's like, if I was profitable and I took a loss, it's just a loss, right? Because I know I'm making money. But I'd never seen him, you know, where he struggled. And again, he had to struggle. If he's making money trading, he struggled at some point. I'm not saying that people are immune to that just because they make money now. I'm just saying there's no real proof of it online. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, I know, like, I interviewed Blazin, and he's done it in a sense, but it's not like the same. It's not like, you know, he's killing it right now. I haven't seen his videos in a while, but he's doing well. But he's not like, you know, he doesn't have a year of profitability under his belt consistently. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, who else, man? Like, that's the only person I've seen that's documented a decent amount. Justin, dude, he doesn't have a single video from him. He just tells you stories of, yeah, when I was unprofitable. And again, like, I'm not doubting these people or whatever, but I'm just saying there's no proof of it, right? There's no one sitting talking to a camera like what I'm doing, besides other people that are doing what I'm doing and are like, look, I'm struggling, I'm failing, I'm not succeeding at this. And then they have the proof on the other side. Maybe there is, I just haven't found them. I'm not going to sit here and say that I've seen every single YouTuber in the entire planet, because I haven't, but it does seem like, you know, it does seem like there's nobody that has that proof, and it would just be motivating, I feel like, to see. So let me know if you guys know anyone that has that, what I'm kind of describing. And bro, I don't know why I want to take this. Maybe with 1 micro. What is that? 17 points. Maybe 2 micros. And go break even at this high. Let's see, man. Let's see. Might do it. But it's like, is it even worth taking that trade, right? Like, we didn't close above anyways. It's like, would this trade even be worth it, bro? Like, what am I doing, right? That's like the real question. But I think that it would work just because ES is climbing back. We need to take out these equal highs. So I actually don't hate it, really. Let's see. I would need to close above this. But yeah, man, I mean, I think we're going to take that. And yeah, let's see. But yeah, that's just thoughts I have consistently. So let's see if we can get it. Bang. Right here. Come down. Well, it's a little bit higher up than I expected. What number am I going for here? 27. So 27 is my target, and I should be at break even now. Let's see, 27 is my target. Or 37. We'll take one off at this high if we can not get stopped here. I'm being aggressive with the stop just because it's freaking a bad trade, low-key. Take one off, dude, just because I want to leave this at break even and then just hit the all-time highs here, make 50 bucks. This is a really light trade for a reason. I was not risking anything. Wish I got in a little bit earlier, if I'm being honest, obviously. But we will let this thing run. That's just where we'll target $100. But yeah, this is a bad trade, just like I was talking about before. But again, I don't really have this. I knew we'd take this high out, and I wanted to go break even. If we got that high, I was risking 2 micros, so I just wasn't throwing risk on this trade for obvious reasons. Let's see what ES is doing. Should I have taken 1 micro off? No, I should have just taken the free trade. But yeah, that's where we're at. And I don't need to move that. I don't even need to cover cost, right? We have the break even. It's gonna come back down. This is gonna be my only attempt on this because, like, why would I try again? Would like to see us run from here now. See where ES is doing. ES took out the high and has hesitation. But yeah, just one micro. Really doesn't matter. Obviously, I wanted to rip up and up and up, but we're expecting it not to work. And that should be the last wick. So let's just watch how this plays out, man. Just go break even. Why we care about $1? Hopefully it doesn't just shoot down. I will be really triggered. Okay, good. I was gonna say if it shoots down and fills me lower, so I gave it an attempt to get to the all-time highs. I got in a little bit late. Well, I wouldn't even say late, man. This 2-minute didn't close. The 1 minute had just closed and we gapped up, so I don't have any problem with this execution at all because I followed my plan. I got on with low size, got in, went break even this high. Why? Because I had good enough risk to get to this high, and it's FOMC day. I took it with 2 micros. I mean, I don't even think I was risking. I wasn't gonna risk more than this order block here, so I was risking 13 points. So that's 26 times 2, like 50 bucks. Obviously, we didn't make 50 bucks, but that's fine because again, right? We manage our risk. So I would be concerned if I took that with 5 or 10 micros trying to make a small move, but very happy with taking that, right? Obviously, it's not like an A+ setup. It's not like a great setup, but it is just something that, in my opinion, is fine to take, especially at the time. I think ES at 1448. ES hadn't taken the equal highs out yet here, so it still was played out, and we took that and took this high. So it makes sense, right? It makes a lot of sense. And yeah, this FOMC was kind of dead, if we're being honest. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Obviously, it's not an exciting trade for you guys, but That was never really the plan, because I have this target, which is the all-time highs. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. And I was more than happy to take a stab to get there, right? These are all-time highs, 37.75. That's why I have this custom target. Why is that the all-time highs? I don't know why it's different on TradingView. It just is, so we haven't taken them out yet. That was my whole game plan for this FOMC, and that was the whole idea behind this trade, was to just jump in and catch 28 points, which would have been $100 if I just held the 2 micros. Realistically, looking back, I should have just held the 2 and not worried about locking in a few dollars. But it actually is kind of interesting that we did get relatively close. We got within 7 points of the all-time high, so interesting how it just decided to reverse, but that just gives us a target for later. So, yeah, so we end up selling now. But that was a live trade you guys got to see with me on my evaluation count, so we're actually a little bit more above $800. I low-key, again, I don't hate the trade, but I kind of just I hate having these small days. Like, it's just another small day on my account. But this one makes sense because this is a day where I'm not going to risk the full amount. This is a day where I'm not going to, try and just hold my position forever and say, oh, we have a 2-minute inverse, let's just hold through here, right? And it could work, but this is just not a day where I do that, where I'm going to do that. And you have to be okay to say, look, this is going to be a trade. It's not going to be that good. We're going to just hold it for whatever we can get, and we're going to be fine with the outcome, right? So that's what we did, but it's never going to be sexy. And now I'm just going to tape read real quick for you guys, or while we're still on here for the next, we'll give it 3 minutes, round this video off at 30 minutes. But we have this inverse fair value gap that we're holding now, and then we'll make an order block if we close above these highs here. So that will be, I think, enough to send us higher if we can get that. If not, who knows? But this FOMC was weak, man. This was weak. I am curious. I do want to hear you guys'. We left this data low on both. I do want to hear you guys'. We didn't leave the data low here, actually. That's weird. But yeah, I want you guys to let me know if anyone that you guys know that has succeeded in trading that post online, but that has posted from the beginning, because I'm trying to draw some inspiration of my own. Because I wouldn't say I've been not down recently. I've been feeling, it's weird because I've been feeling the best I've ever felt trading. I've been feeling the most in control of my emotions. That being said, just in case, you guys just saw me take one attempt. You guys saw me take it with good size. You guys saw me stick to my plan. A little bit of a bad entry. I think also, too, I have to look back at the recording, but I think it kind of filled me. It just jumped right when I was clicking the button, which, again, I'm not blaming the market. But, again, you guys saw me. Today, I would say I managed myself well, right? I was composed with my emotions. I was patient. I didn't just jump into the first thing I saw. I had a plan. I stuck to the plan. I didn't deviate. The only thing would just be that random take profit, but it was more so just because, and again, gut feelings is not something that's viable for trading, but I just kind of had a feeling we weren't going to go higher. I was trying to get it off close to here, but obviously it was coming down before I made my decision. And now we have this fair value gap. But yeah, so I think that I'm going to paper trade for this. Let's go here. This fair value gap will risk this low. We'll take profit at this high, $1,000. But yeah, man, so the reason for this paper trade is just this fair value gap. And boom. But yeah, so you guys saw that, and I again, I don't think I was saying I was feeling not down, but with my trading, I feel like it's the best I've been doing. But I also just feel like it's such a slow process. So it's weird that I'm at my best part in my trading, yet things are just kind of slow, man. It's I'm still making too many mistakes, right? I'm getting better with my mistakes. Like yesterday, the trade I took, when I was down and I took a good trade and I was kind of just closing positions or closing partials, partial, and I was just partialing a lot. back in the day, I would have just closed as soon as I made back my first loss, right? And that's always frustrating. So we're going to actually take one off at the all-time high. You know what? We're going to actually take one off like this. Stop limit. Yeah. Whenever it goes. Whenever it trades through. This is when we'll go break even. But yeah, so I mean, you guys saw, I mean, normally I would just close my position. Like when I was down $240-ish. Then I got the trade, and I locked in $100 and something, so now I'm only down 120 on the day. I would normally, back in the day, I would have probably just closed my entire position at that point. I would have probably just freaked out and said, oh, I'm up, because I was closed half, so now I'm only down 120. And if you guys want to know what I'm talking about, just watch the video. So I was only down 120, and then I was still up with my remaining contracts 200. So I'm like, in my head, quick math, I could be up $100 if I just close the trade. And I'm happy that I didn't just close the trade, because that's stuff I've done in the past, right? That's stuff I've done many times in the past. And it just never helps me, man. It never does. And that's where I've seen progress, but I still was exiting partials, instead of just holding the full trade to TP. So there's so many little things like that are just like, you know, how are we still making that mistake? But at the same time, if I let myself have that ability to look and say, hey, like, I did a lot better here because of this, right? I did a lot better because of that. Or this is where I'm making improvement, rather than just beating myself down and saying, hey, why aren't we here yet? Why don't we say, okay, where have we come from? Okay, what was I doing before? And I've been doing a lot better. I've had days where I've made $400 on 3 micros. Like, that would never have happened back in the day, because I would close the trade. I used to close trades whenever they're up $100, because I couldn't even imagine $100. And it was like, oh my gosh, it's $100. Let me just close it. And I've been getting better at that. So there's been a lot of things I've been getting better at with my trading. But it's just like I've been kind of not down, but it's been just like, you know, I'm getting better, but there's still just nothing to show for it, right? I'm not seeing any results. I'm not really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have that dream life, right? And it seems like it's so far yet so close. And I just can't wait to get over the line with that, man. I'm excited because I'll be able to show it with you guys. And it's coming, man. It's coming. I need to just put my trust in God, and work for it, man. I just got to keep working for it, and I just got to get better. I gotta, there's a lot of things I need to get better on in my own life anyways. Trading, not trading, and, you know, that's life, man. That's improvement. That's all life is, getting better, improving, working on your downfalls. So I'm excited about it, but it also, you know, is always frustrating, man. It always will be frustrating to just, you know, have a goal, have a dream, and, you know, it just feels like it's so hard to get to. But if it was easy, I guess it wouldn't really be too enjoyable now, would it? So, again, man, appreciate all the support. We just hit 200 subscribers, over 2,000, which is crazy. We're 50 away from another quarter. We haven't put the quarter in a jar in a little bit, man. It's been a while, but can't wait for that. It will be really, really cool to see. And, yeah, I don't think I'll bore you guys with watching the rest of this trade out, because I don't got much more to say. It'll probably stop me out anyways. So you guys will obviously know at this point, but I appreciate the support. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully we can end the week good. Technically we're 100% this week on green days, but we've traded one day really. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a good day. Peace.